Billboard Hector Longo post-game, Patriots San Francisco. Second game of the two games we looked at back in August or July, or Hector, when you did your preseason schedule back in May or April, whenever they released the schedule. We looked at these two games, and I'll be honest with you, after last week's game with Houston, I didn't see this one coming. Forget the score. Patriots, in my mind, got killed, destroyed, and made that little comeback there at the end to make it close. Impressions?
You know, I don't take this loss as badly as I think a lot of people will. I mean, you gave up too many points. You didn't. Your offense was down 31-3 at one point. You made a lot of mistakes. But I look at it this way. Really look at the NFC as like the SEC in college football, and the Pats are like Kansas State. They're the best of the Big 12, and you know, I still think they're good enough to get to the Super Bowl. Tonight's loss makes me think they're not good enough to win it.
Well, forget about winning the Super Bowl, because I think the biggest part of the loss, the loss doesn't matter to me. What concerns me most is now they lose the bye.
The impact is huge.
And now they play a wild card team, which, let's say it's Pittsburgh, gonna be a very physical game.
Same
if you
Cincinnati.
win. Then you got to go to Denver. Denver now is you know, the metropolis of football, with the renaissance going on there. And then you got to go to Houston, which is going to have bad blood. Let's just say you win a couple.
If you win a couple.
Every road is tougher. Then it's San Francisco. My point is, this loss
made the road so much tougher.
It makes it a lot tougher. What struck me was, and I mentioned this, was how I've never seen a team come in to Foxborough and basically Belichick the Patriots on both sides of the ball. They did it offensively. First, you know, we expect them to run Gore, 11-yard pass, 12-yard pass, 11-yard pass, and then eventually the touchdown. They overcome 2 turnovers. They get the big lead. They defer. They score at the end of the half. They didn't score in the third quarter. They should have. They got a big, and I write about it, that big screen pass on 3rd and 15. It sort of emulates what this team's about. And I give John Harbaugh credit. No, sorry, Jim Harbaugh.
Jim Harbaugh.
I give him a lot of credit, because they came in with a great game plan. Now, they almost blew it.
If you bought stock in Harbaugh, though, you think he was up, he was down. The Patriots coming back from down 28 was just incredible.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the guy on the sidelines. I'm not even a fan of the guy personally, but he obviously knows the game. He came in, and really, Belichick was on his heels all day.
The Smiths up front, they turned it on when they had to up front and made a mockery of the Pats offensive line. They really pasted the Pats offensive line when it mattered, and that was the difference. You know, Brady had no time. He was getting hit all day. He was afraid of throwing the ball. Guys were getting clobbered. I mean, it was an inefficient day on offense because their line wreaked havoc.
I will say, and it's the first time I've noticed with no Gronk, it was noticeable.
Yeah.
And they were throwing a lot of the underneath stuff, the 9, 10-yard passes to Hernandez. And there was nothing down the seam, which is what we see a lot when we see the Gronk.
I did mention that too. They're actually thin at the weapon spot right now without him. They're actually a little bit thin.
And we say this as Greg Lloyd has one of his best games.
Brandon Lloyd.
Brandon Lloyd, former linebacker Greg Lloyd. Brandon Lloyd has one of the great games as a Patriot. This is what we wanted to see more.
He was tremendous tonight, just tremendous.
But
in the second half especially, he had 3 catches for 40 yards in the first, but he was excellent in the second half.
But I will say, throw the stats out. I know Brady got his streak going, and it doesn't matter. This is going to be a painful loss. I still think the Patriots are good. I still think they're tough. I don't know if you can do. I don't know if they can do what they're going to have to do.
I think they can come out of the AFC still. I still think the team can come out of the AFC.
See, I think if they come out of the AFC, they can win the Super Bowl.
Okay.
I think it's going to be tough. Going to Denver, and maybe we can go to Denver, or maybe we can watch Pittsburgh. I don't know, but it's going to be a long road, and we expected to see a few games here. It's probably not going to happen.